Hey guys, how's it going? It's Target here. Welcome back to another episode of almost Live the Life of Be a GM Tampa Bay Lightning. A reminder to you guys now, the second round of voting is open. So make sure you pop down to the link in the description below. Remember, it's a new round, so we got new teams. Through to the second round were Phoenix and Chicago, and then the wild card was Calgary. And on the in the Eastern Conference, the two teams through were the New York Islanders and who else was there? There's New York, Detroit, and Toronto. New York, Detroit, and Toronto. Detroit was the wild card in that one. So make sure you guys pop over there and vote. Remember, you can vote as many times as you want, so if you want to see your team get through, you're going to have to vote like crazy. Alright, so I think last time we did a quick wrap-up, I believe, on the stats. So we're caught up on that. So we need to do another 2 months. And trade deadline stuff. I asked you guys what you want to do about the trade deadline. Some of you suggested some new goaltending, and possibly Carey Price was the deal that you're looking at. So let's just take a look. Let's explore some options here. And some of you thought maybe getting rid of Druin because of the amount of snipers we have on our team. Because we got Otteson, we got Marlowe, we got Ekblad, and Druin is another sniper. So what people are suggesting is, where's our goaltender? Let's see here, not Maisonneuve. Goalies. So Storm Phaneuf, and they're saying to Montreal. Now, does Montreal want him? They don't want Storm. And Carey Price, 91 overall, 35 years old. He would pretty much bring us to the promised land. We don't have many years left, so I mean, I guess a Carey Price for Storm Phaneuf is not bad of an option. We wouldn't have to give up too much more to make this go through either. We're taking on a little bit of salary cap with this. But we're definitely getting a better goalie. Storm Phaneuf, 87 overall. We're going up 4 overall. Who else there, though? We should just take a look at who else there is for goalies. An elite goalie. Let's go down to here and edit this. Goalie. I'm going to look for an elite goalie. Let's see what there is for elite goalies out there. John Gibson got up to a 91 overall. I'm kind of regretting getting rid of him. He's 29 years old. Carey Price, 91. Malcolm Subban, 89. I would almost give up for John Gibson because he's so much younger. I would make that trade. I mean, he's 8.35. Yeah, that's okay. But, okay, no, do they want... no, they don't want him. So if we gave him Phaneuf for Gibson, we'd have to give up Maisonneuve as well. Now, who do they want to make this go through? It'd have to be a good player like Boucher. If we were to give them Druin and Phaneuf... for Gibson, and I want to see what they've got for value players. They got Drew Doughty, 89 overall. Kopitar. I'd be looking for... I guess I could pick up a right winger. Toffoli. What's his deal? He's a sniper. 91 shot. Not bad. Tyler Toffoli. Zykov. What's his deal? Is he a sniper as well? He's a sniper. Good shot, too. 92 shot for Zykov. So he'd be a good option for us, too. I don't know that I want to do that, though. I think our goaltending is good enough. I mean, he brought us to the Stanley Cup and won us a Stanley Cup last year when we've been dealing with Jonathan Quick, and he was losing it. So I want to stick with him for now. You know what? Let's get closer to the deadline. We'll see where we stand. We'll go a month here, and then we'll find out if we need to make any moves. And I know a lot of people said get rid of Druin, but he leads the team in goals. And I think having those 3 elites... Oh, 6-1. Good God. Having those 3 elite snipers is really making a difference for us this year. Let's see. Anybody else out there that's popping up now? We're in that area where we're going to start to see the good players. There's a top 10 there. Russia's got the top 10. Top 10 there. A couple top 10s in the WHL. In the OHL as well. The Q, nothing. Anything for defense? Oh, wow. Lots in the WHL. So I'm going to scout there for 6 weeks because most of the top 10 are comprised of WHL defenders. So I want to get a little bit more on them. Alright, so Otteson is now leading the team with 27 goals. Scheifele with his 47th assist of the year. He is on fire, and this team's doing well offensively. We need to string together some really good wins, and we need to get some solid goaltending. 5-1 win there. Otteson notches 2 goals in that one. Scheifele with 2 assists. Hosang, for our first... Or Chicago's first, our first, and Trojanik. Wow, that is the most lopsided trade I've ever seen. Decline that. I don't know why they would offer that to me. 5-2 loss to Washington. We got a Chicago now. They're just above 500. They're a team we can beat. And we lose 5-1. What is going on with this one? Santos for Chicago's first, our third, and that guy? Like, that's ridiculous. What a stupid trade. Why would anyone accept that? Detroit now. Come on, guys. Get back in the winning way now. Back in the winning ways. Let's go. Kicking into high gear. There you go. A 4-3 win. Druin now with his 30th goal in, what are we, 51 games? So he's doing well. He looks like he's on pace to get 50 goals. Decline again. What is wrong with Minnesota? That's so lopsided. All right, here's Buffalo. They're just below 500. And a 5-2 loss to Buffalo. What's going on here? That's a little bit more acceptable, but no, I'm going to decline that anyway. I don't need Santos. That's the one thing about this game that makes no sense to me. Like, the only time I'm going to trade a first-round pick is if I can get back in return a player that I wouldn't necessarily be able to draft within the first round. There's a 5-0 win there over the New York Islanders. Montreal up next. They got Carey Price and a 3-2 win over them. And then we got Vancouver up after this. So that's 2 wins in a row. Okay, I like that. We need to keep that streak alive, though. Vancouver. Can we do it? Come on, guys. Sim over. Kick. And a 3-0 win. There you go. Good job. Another one-sided trade there. Druin hasn't scored in a couple goals or a couple games here. Come on, Druin. Step it up. Here's Washington. They're a solid team. Josephson. Decline. Here's Washington. Come on. Beat Washington. This will be a big step for us. Yes, a 4-3 win. Scheifele gets his 55th assist. Druin still at 32 goals. It'll be this month has been taking forever to sim. I don't know what's going on here. Toronto. 3-0 win over Toronto. And then we got Columbus here. Can we beat Columbus as well? 3-0 loss to Columbus, so that's definitely not how you want to... But we had a few wins in a row. I think we had 4 wins in a row, and then we lost. That's good to see. And that'll pretty much do it for the month. The slowest sim I've ever seen. Every day is painful. Ellis for Maisonneuve and a 3rd. I think the value is almost off on this one. I feel like we could just trade Maisonneuve for Ellis. Ryan Ellis, a top 4 D-man, 86 overall offensive defenseman. We don't really need to add an offensive defenseman, especially Maisonneuve. He's the goaltender of the future possibly for our team. 22 years old. I mean, he's got some value. All right. Let's keep this going. All right, so that's the end of the month. Let's just decline another trade. All right, so goals against average, we are up there. Stormford is at 2.3. He's not up there for save percentage. If you look up there, Gibson is 4th for save percentage. He's got a 9.32. He's also up there for goals against average, just slightly above Phaneuf. Points and wins. We're 3rd for wins, but points. Druin leads the league with 67 points. We've also got Scheifele in there at 62. And Otteson, you see down there at the bottom in 8th. He's at 59 points. Assists, Scheifele leads the league with 55. McDavid's got 41 on the year. Goals, we do still have those 3 players that I expected to be up there. Jonathan Druin, Otteson, I can remember, is Matthias Otteson, and Reed Boucher, all in there for goal scoring, so they're doing really well in that sense. We're at 73 points. We're still a ways back. We're not going to get the President's Trophy this year. There's no doubt about it. It's not been a strong year. Thankfully, we've got an incredibly weak division. I mean, we've got 7 points on top of Ottawa, so I think we're pretty much safe there. Now we're at the point where we need to decide what we want to do. We've only got a couple years left here. You know what? I'm going to do it. You guys asked for the trade. I'm going to go trade John Gibson, and I want to get Maisonneuve. Okay, so let's go to Anaheim. Oh, not Anaheim. How good is Crosby? Still 95 overall. Let's go to Los Angeles. Let's see if we can't pry John Gibson back out of their hands. John Gibson really jumped up in overall. Okay, Gibson. And we will give you guys Phaneuf. And I'll give you Maisonneuve. That's pretty good value. I think that that's almost a little bit more in that sense. I know, we're getting rid of one of the best, but he just fell in our lap. We didn't draft him or anything like that. We picked him up. He was the 1st overall pick by the Buffalo Sabres. And we managed to pick him up off free agency. So, I mean, he's 22 years old, and he's still 57 overall. He could have a huge jump here, and we'll regret it. But we've got that. We'll have that 91 overall goalie. I think this will make a big difference for us, and we don't need to sacrifice anything, really. So we'll just go through, and it will. On behalf of the Los Angeles organization, I accept your trade offer. We'll see you out on the ice. Okay, so there you go, guys. I made the goalie trade because a lot of you guys wanted... Actually, you know what? It was a consistent thing, was upgrading our boy there. So we'll just do that. We'll take a look at our goaltending here. Yeah, John Gibson and Tristan Jarry now will start for us. And Connor McDavid at center, Marlowe, good. And then we got the 2 snipers on that second line of Druin and Boucher. Ernie, Cashman, Pettit, good. Everything else is still the same. So we're going to rock that. We'll see if that... I think that's going to be our only move at the deadline. Just because. So we're going to sim up to this date. We'll see what happens here. If he can bring us through. Here's Florida. Can John Gibson shut things down for us and win us some games? I feel better about that than Carey Price because Carey Price is older. 3-2 loss right off the bat. Not a good start, and that was in regulation too. So come on, John Gibson. He's only got 18 wins on the year. Freddie Hamilton. No. Who's this? Laurent Valaquette. 24 years old, 3.5 red stars. Not really, no. Not really interesting to me. Okay, you got a couple more games here to jump up your game here, Gibson. So let's see how you can do. Here's Calgary. Come on, let's get a win for us, Gibson. There you go, a 4-2 win over Calgary. That's his first win. Druin gets a couple goals, actually. Trading block. What they suggest to us. Okay, good enough. I really don't care. We've already made the trade that we want to. We'll go up to LA now. So 1 game left. Phoenix here. Beat Phoenix. We can do it. We can definitely do this. There you go. A 3-0 win. Gibson gets his first shutout as a Tampa Bay Lightning. Detroit. Answer that. Let's see what's going on here. Kindle for our second and third. No, I don't need to take on... Well, what's Kindle deal? What's his deal? 81 overall? No, he doesn't bring anything more to the table. So no. We'll shut that down. Okay, continue. We actually might get a couple trade offers. Yeah, here's Minnesota. They still want that ridiculous trade. Our second for Blake Como, a 4th line forward, 80 overall. No, really does not bring anything that we think. He doesn't really bring anything to the table that we don't already have. It's plain and simple. Minnesota again, probably Blake Como for something else. For Hunwick in a second now, so it's getting even worse. Like, I don't understand why declining trades can affect your relationship. Just because it's a good trade doesn't mean I want to make it, you know? I don't have to say yes. And then you get the end, it says, oh, your reputation has dropped because you said no too many times. What a load of shit that is. Don't have to make the trade. I will decline that. No. No. Carl Gunnarsson, no. Greg Nemes, power forward. How is he rated as a 4th line forward? I don't think so. All right, well, let's finish up the year here. We don't have much time left. We should win our division, but whether we're going to get anywhere near the conference. Whoa, there's a 6-2 win over the Los Angeles Kings, so we really brought it to them there. Jonathan Druin notches his 35th goal. Scheifele now at 57 assists, and good things coming from this team so far. Here's Colorado. They're a solid team this year. Can we beat them, though? We got the better goaltending on a 6-2 loss to the Colorado Avalanche. Man, oh man, just like the real life. Scout assignment. All right, we were scouting defense in the WHL. And we got those guys. OHL, no. Q. Is there anybody else? Is there anybody out there? There's a top 10 there. Russia's got nobody. Any goaltenders? We just didn't really look for goaltenders before. A couple first rounders we can look at. I should be looking at... There's a top 10 goaltender there. I should be looking at players that we can draft that have a lot of first rounders. They got a number of first rounders in the WHL. The OHL, no. The Q, no. Not the United States. You know what? I'm going to scout the WHL forwards again. We're going to scout them for... What's going on here? It's like glitching out. Oh, Godfrey's apparently a top 5 now. Let's scout the WHL for a month because there are a number of top-end prospects there. A number of first-round picks. All right, here we go. So Winnipeg up next. Come on, guys. Let's get back on the winning train. 6-3 win. That's what I'm talking about right there. Scheifele with his 59th assist of the year. John Gibson now with 22 wins for our team. I think we had, what's his name, was at 27. So, I mean, he's not going to get there. Stormfront at 27. He's not going to get there, but that's okay. We kind of expected it. All right, here's Ottawa now. They're 35, 27, and 5. We can take it to them here. There's a 2-1 loss. That one was in overtime, so that's the first overtime loss in a long time for our team. There's been a lot of regulations. And a 6-4 win over Minnesota, so a hard-fought game. All right, Druin's doesn't have much time left to get to 50. I don't think he's going to do it. 4-1 loss to Philly. But Scheifele having a hell of a year. I think he's going to have top honors for our team. Considering he's putting up over a point per game. There's Druin, gets his 37th goal. Scheifele, 61 assists on the year. Here's Nashville up next. They're 32, 27, and 11. They're a solid team. But we can definitely beat these guys. We can definitely beat them. There's a 5-1 win. Scheifele notches 2 assists, and Druin gets himself a goal in that game. Dumba is taking all kinds of penalties. There's a 4-3 win there. Jonathan Druin gets another goal. Actually, 2 goals in that one. And a 6-3 win. Druin scores again. Oh, man. The things are starting to click right now. Dallas to start the month. That's where I stopped the sim, but I'm going to keep it going because we're almost at the end of the season. There we go. So I'm going to keep it going. We don't have much time left here. I should check to see actually where we are in the standings. We're at 94 points, so we're about 9 points off of the lead for the league. But we are tied. The gap has closed between us and Ottawa. You can see there's only 6 points now instead of 7. So I guess the gap closed by 1. Nothing fancy. All right, let's get this thing going. Druin at 41 goals. And actually just scored in that Dallas game. Here's LA now. Back-to-back games here. Here's LA. A 3-2 loss to LA. That one was in regulation. And a 5-3 loss, obviously in regulation to Columbus. Not a good go here. Jonathan Druin at 42 goals. Come on, step back on it. One. Okay, I got to stop the sim. Stop the sim right there, for fuck's sake. Okay. All right, let's go to the 18th. Maybe that'll help. Some people say this doesn't work, but I find it does. Santos is up there. 40 goals on the year for Santos. And they wanted to give us him, didn't they? 6-2 win. I should have looked into that. Philadelphia. Come on. 5-3. Come on, guys. Druin's at 44 goals, though. I didn't think he'd get there, but he might actually get to 50 goals in this year. Scout assignment. We were scouting the WHL forwards. WHL. So we're scouting all these forwards. There's tons of first rounders here. Let's scout the OHL. I want to find out more about this guy. We're going to check there for a month. Update that for Godfrey. All right, we don't have many games left. We only got 4 games left, and Druin's 6 goals off. He can do it, but it's going to be a tough one. 2-1 win. No goals for Druin in that one, though. So he's got 3 games left to get 6 goals. It's 2 goals a game. I don't think it's happening. The Islanders, 4-1 win. Druin got himself a goal. So he's got 4 goals left to get and 2 games. Or 5 goals left to get in 2 games. That's a hat trick and then a 2-goal game. It's not going to happen, but a good performance by Druin nonetheless. Here's Boston. And was that a loss? Sorry, I didn't notice. I didn't even notice that one. And then Washington, that one's a loss. Yeah, that was 2 losses back-to-back. Scheifele finishes the year with 71 assists, though. We'll take a quick peek here. Gibson finishes 3rd in goals against average and 3rd in save percentage. Wins, you'll see our buddy Storm Phaneuf is up there playing for LA. He got 31. He only got 4 wins for LA in the long run. And then you see John Gibson actually won 10 wins for us in the last run there. Jonathan Druin leads the league in points. He's going to get that Art Ross trophy. And probably the Hart for playing so well. And then you see Otteson up there, 86 points. And Scheifele, 83 points for Scheifele this year. Great job for him. Goals, yeah, we tied. Druin tied with Dauphin for the lead. So we will share in the Maurice Richard trophy. You see Otteson is up there in 3rd. So we had tons of goal scoring going on. Scheifele, number 1 in assists. McDavid actually came in 3rd. And Marleau in 7th with 56 assists. Not a bad year. We finished at 102 points. That's good enough to win the division, not the conference, though. You see Columbus beat us by 4 points. And then San Jose is going to take home the President's Trophy this year. Let's take a look at stats, team stats, and then we'll do player stats right after. So 6th in the entire league, not too bad. Goals for per game, we were 2nd, only behind Colorado. Goals against per game, we finished in 6th. Power play percentage, 10th, that's not bad, 19%. Penalty kill, 26th, that's 78.8. That continues to be a sore spot for our team. Player stats, NHL, let's take a look and see exactly how well everybody did before we wrap this video up and get into the playoffs in the next one, all right? This probably won't be our last one. We'll probably have time for 1 more year, and then after that, we'll get into the next game. So, Jonathan Druin puts up 92 points in those 82 games. He had a great year, 45 assists and 45 goals and 47 assists. A solid balance for a sniper. Otteson, 44 goals and 42 assists. Very well done for him. It's his 2nd year, right? Yeah, 2nd year, and that's an increase of 14 points for him. Great job for him. Scheifele finishes with 83 points, the best. Oh, he put up 85 last year, actually. I didn't even notice that. So him playing with those snipers is a huge difference for him. He's playing so well. So Scheifele, very, very good for him. Connor McDavid, 77 points, is exactly the same as last year, but he was a passing demon for that top line. He's going to max out at 89. He didn't get to the 92 or anything like that. Stanley Marleau, 74 points. That is 2nd best to last year. He had 83 last year. Good, solid 2-way forward, though. He's playing his best hockey. Reed Boucher puts up 66 points. That's almost as good as last year. 35 goals, not quite up there, but not bad. You know what? That's in his average there. You see 32, 37, 42, 35. He is a goal-scoring machine. Dougie Hamilton, 32 points, better than last year. That's about in his average range. Matt Dumba actually comes in second for defenseman in points, and that's a career best for him at 30. Aaron Ekblad had 27 points playing on that top line at a -2. I don't know what happened with that top pairing. Something went wrong, putting a personal worst up this year. Justin Schultz, only 24 points. Horrible year for Justin Schultz. Played well defensively, I suppose. A +5, it's not bad, but 24 points is terrible. Kyle Pettit, only 23 points this year. You can see it going down because he's starting to find himself more in that third-line two-way forward role, whereas we were giving him power play time before. He just can't get that now. D'Angelo with 21 points. That's a drop for him. I mean, it's better than this year in 2021. Brassard had 19 points actually playing on the fourth line. Good job for Brady Brassard. I like him. He's done well for us so far. I mean, the -12 is to be expected. He's playing the fourth line. Ernie, 15 points. He's never been a big goal scorer. -10. That's the worst we've seen from him, though. Greg Chase finishes with a -8. 12 points for us. That's in the average range that he's going to play for his whole career. Doug Cashman, only 11 points this year. That's not his best. You can see this going down a little bit here. We'll see if he sticks around. Dwight King, 11 points playing the fourth line, -12. I can't complain about that. And then Preston Sutton is going to be last on the team with 7 points and a +20, though. He's shutting things down. That's really good for a defensive defenseman. They even consider him a depth defenseman, so I don't understand that. We'll take a look at goalies. So John Gibson puts up a .928.5 save percentage over the course of the year and 4 shutouts. You can expect that's the worst photo of anybody in this game, I think, is John Gibson. Just horrible. Except for that old Sean Avery photo with the glasses. That was bad, too. But yeah, .928.5, that's an elite goalie save percentage, .928.5. So John Gibson will be carrying us into the playoffs. All right, guys, well that's where I'm gonna leave it. When we come back, we'll find out who we're gonna play in the first round, and then we'll do the playoffs and hopefully get through the whole thing. Don't forget to vote for the Be a GM. The link's down in the description below. Until next time, I'm Target Audience, and I'll catch you guys out on the ice.